Hey everyone, my name's Mitchell. Today I'm going to be talking about the flow of blood through the heart. So to begin, you can notice by this picture that there are two different sides of the heart. There's the right side, which is this blue side, and then there's also the left side of the heart, which is that red side. These two sides of the heart have different goals. The goal of the right side is to carry used blood with like waste and carbon dioxide no longer has oxygen. It wants to carry all of that blood to the lungs to, one, get rid of the carbon dioxide and waste, and two, to give it oxygen so that it's ready to deliver to new tissues. And then that red side is where that process occurs. So the red side is known as the systemic circulation. This is where we are pumping fresh blood, oxygenated blood to tissues that need nutrients. So the red side is going to be that systemic circulation, whereas that blue side is going to be pulmonary circulation, pulmonary as in lungs. So our goal is to pump it to the lungs, whereas our goal for the left side is going to be pumping it all throughout our body. This picture does not do a great job of showing the difference in size between this wall. So this wall size of the heart, remember your heart is a muscle, and when you exercise and like put pressure on that muscle, it's going to grow over time. So the left side of the heart, that wall is going to be a lot thicker, normally 2 to 4 times thicker than that right side of the heart. This is because on the right side of the heart, there's less pressure to get to your lungs, and your lungs are a lot closer than having to perfuse your toe with blood. So if you notice a thicker wall on the left side, that is normal. That's known as hypertrophy. So going through the flow of blood through the heart, we're going to start with that inferior vena cava and superior vena cava. So this is where blood is going to come in. Remember, it's going to be deoxygenated, so it's going to come from all of our veins and eventually pour out into this right atrium. This right atrium, blood is then going to pool in here, and then it's going to follow down through this tricuspid valve. Once it falls through that tricuspid valve, it's going to end up in that right ventricle. At this point, we are ready to build pressure and eventually force open this pulmonary valve right here. As that occurs, blood will flow through that pulmonary artery and then out towards our lungs. So these are going towards lungs on both sides. So here and here. Notice that it's the pulmonary artery, even though it's blue. This part can be a little confusing because this pulmonary artery is blue, but it's not a vein. It's going to be that artery because an artery is any vessel that takes blood away from the heart. So think artery away, A and A. So although it's deoxygenated, it is still going to be that artery. Once we are at the lungs, we are now full of oxygenated blood. So we come back through pulmonary veins. Again, it's counterintuitive because these pulmonary veins are red because they are now oxygenated. They are veins because the definition of a vein is a blood vessel that returns blood to the heart. So we are coming back to the heart from the lungs through those pulmonary veins, dumping them right back into that left atrium. So at this point, we are full of oxygen, ready to disperse it through our body through that systemic circulation. So we're at that left atrium. We're going to pass through that mitral valve into the left ventricle. Once we're at that left ventricle, pressure will begin to build up, similar to the other side, and eventually force that aortic valve open. Once that valve opens, we will travel through the aorta, releasing blood through these arteries, and then we will travel back down the artery, or the aorta comes all the way behind, and then it goes posterior to the heart and ends up in our abdominal cavity. So that is the flow of blood through our heart. Eventually, all that deoxygenated blood from the systemic circulation will come in again through that inferior vena cava in superior vena cava and start the process all over again. I hope this helps. Good luck studying, and thanks for watching.